looks good. Alright. Cool. Welcome. We'll see how this goes then. Alright, you get the new... Oh, it's kind of getting old by now. Yeah. Intro screen. We'll see how it goes. Let's see here. Gotta click all the buttons, so hang on. Welcome. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good. Let's see. I need to keep clicking more buttons over here. Yep, that needs to be clicked. Over there. Yep, that needs to be clicked over there too. Okay. Set this up. Make it presentable for you guys. Let's see, my looks on. We'll see. Booted it up. Let's see. Boop. There you go. Alright, so hello. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the new stream and this new chat looking thing. I played with the CSS. I think that's what it's called. It's the visual styles of how the chat looks. So let me know how that looks. Let's see if it clips anymore, because not like last time the like the 1 or 2 letters were being clipped off. So let me know if that's looking. It looks pretty good. Okay now. It's some fun with the different colors of the different people. So I'm like a dark green, and then moderators are dark blue, and then normies, I suppose, are just white for their names. So that should be a nice of a difference, but we'll see how it goes. Let's see. How you guys doing? Yeah, it's okay, Cookie, if you have to leave. That's okay. Because know that you live 12 hours away. Hello, cool guy. Looks good. Thank you. Where did I make this? If you mean like the update has only been literally the last half hour. But this whole revamp has been the last week or so. I think last Thursday or Tuesday, I shifted things around, so now that the chat box is now over here. So yeah. Let's see here. Hi, commenter. You never should have a different color. Okay. I think I removed the there's a website that I can change how these all look. So fortunately, I got rid of that tab. So the time to redo everything, just to do this, would be hard. Might be able to, but maybe like during toaster time or something, I can figure that out. Cause right now, let's see. Hello everyone. I think right now, if I try and do it, it'll be like in some of here. Or let's look at the CSS to see if I can figure that out. Yeah, it's not quite. There's no RGB stuff in here. It's background colors, but no text colored. Font color, font size. So yeah, sorry about that. That's not going to be doable. Alrighty, let's see though. How you guys doing? Alright. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that'll be a thing to fix then for next time then. Sorry about that. If that's annoying. Unfortunately, I didn't have any normies in the chat box while I was testing it, so I wasn't able to see how it looked. But I could add like colons or maybe something to be like name colon or something. It's a work in progress. Nothing here is still final. Nothing here is final yet. So, yeah. Let's see though. How you guys doing? Think we should get going on this? Let's see. Alrighty. So go on to here. This is the icon. It's really sad. This is the icon that when you go to a Flash player embedded on a website. So like on DeviantArt, I think Newgrounds actually has its own player, but for regular websites that were built in Flash, which was a thing, you could create an entire website with interactive buttons and have a whole bunch of fun interactivity stuff, and have that be as your website. But Flash Player, which actually I use a little bit of Flash today to make my thumbnails. Find it easier to work with, less clutter, and I can just work on the pictures and stuff. But the Flash Player itself has been EOL, end of life, had an update on New Year. It's Eve? Hello. And then on today, literally today, the 12th, that's what's weird about it, is that today, the, if you go to like a DeviantArt, and if you find like a swath, a SWF file, a Flash animation, natively a Flash animation, not converted to video or anything, the inside of the swath, it'll give you this icon and say, hey, you're not really able to watch this anymore. Whoops. You're not able to watch it at all, really, unless you get like a exe player and whatever the Newgrounds people are doing. I did that a little bit today to see what they did, and it works. So Newgrounds still works, so yay for them. But the I keep saying Flash Player because it is literally the Flash Player. I think I explained it another time last week, where Flash animation software is separate software from how the Flash Player that runs the swath animation, the exported Flash animation stuff. So what I've been making and animating over the last 5 or 6 years, I've been using animation. My animation software was Flash, so it's like a weird. I've already transitioned to Toon Boom, but it's still weird, and like, yeah, because in a way it is weird. End of the cycle. Yeah, it's sad. They did it like a year ago. Jeez. Yeah. So I think we should try and do like a couple seconds of silence or something. You know, just for this Flash Player itself. Okay, I'm gonna take like 5 seconds to just be quiet about it. Alright, let's go back to Toon Boom. Alright, let's get rid of this. Whoop, it's dead. Haha. Alright. Let's do this. Whoop, I got the horse. Let's go. Alright. Yeah, it's a weird end of everything, but it's yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Moving on. Alright, so I got I got my horse. I'm gonna change it into Hirschwinnie. We'll see if we'll be able to do this. Alright, so all I really did was I got my pony base, which has all different parts. So these are all different parts here. So I'm gonna, all I did was basically just renamed everything to have a Hirschwinnie prefix. Hello. Essie. It's kind of like the German word for eat is Essen. So I'm gonna call you Essen. No, not gonna. Okay, let's see. So I just named them all. Everything has a prefix now. This is the node view, which Flash does not have, but look at how fun this looks. Could be cleaned up, but here we are. I just had a touching tribute to Flash Player being dead, so trying to get over that. But here we go. So I made a separate palette. So what I'm gonna do is change her to be pretty much all these colors, which our default is black, so we'll just have to recolor them once I get this going. So I'm gonna do one of these buttons. This one. Source palette is this one. It has all the colors. A destination palette is this one. We have to go to click every layer inside here. Select all of them that I want to change. Create color mapping. Apply to selected layers. Boop. And there we go. Alright. Let's see. Ian's finishing your stream. Ian's pretty fun. Is that the octopus tentacle one? No, she does the sketching ones that are fun. Let's see. I don't think this does anything, so I had to go to each one of these and then see which ones, what color it does. So this is the cutie mark, I guess. I don't know where to put this now. Let's see. Whoop. That's one eyelid, so that's be black. That's the outline. Whoop, whoop. Alright, so this is where I need my picture of Harshwini. Whoop. It's probably not gonna work, because that'll be layered and that's not gonna work. But I'll use this picture. Just imagining that you guys can see it as I do the color picker. Whoop. Oh yeah, I gotta drag it. Whoop. And then I want body color. There you go. Alright. Okay, they could do the one. Okay, she's the one who recommended buff. I recommended buff you with cookie. Oh, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I don't really have I don't have a lightning opinion on anything right now. As I'm working on this. I need ear fill line. Ear fill. Go to this one and say this one. And then say this one. Go to the next one. And then say pop. So we all got the same kind of colors, so that makes that easy. Boop. Yep. Let's see. Harshwini's from Christopher Games. Yeah, she was in 3 episodes. I checked it. That she, let me see. What is this one? Here for your coat highlight. Coat highlight. That's interesting. Does that work? Okay. Let's see. Yes, another one. Yeah, episode she had rolling. Yeah, she's. Ooh, that's the pupil color. Alright. So she was in the preparation for Aggressor Games and the other one. Preparation and the actual. Let's see if I can get this color. Whoop whoop. Go to this one. I don't know if you can hear my fan. Should I close the door on that, or is it fine? Is it too loud for you? This should be white. And this that's the people color. And then like a spot roll in like another episode, so she's definitely at least probably like one of the lesser developed characters. You can barely hear it, and it's gonna get louder. I don't know what this color is. Alrighty. Let's make it green. So when it shows up, I'll know what it is. Yeah, they're always cursed. Maybe start doing these. Boop. So that's I have trypophobia, so this is great. Okay. Do. Aha. That's that color, so we want this body color, but then we just highlight it, or do we make it darker? I forget. Does she have eyeliner? That's white. This is the mouth. Back mouth. Tongue. Okay. So this one is this one. And this one's the tongue. Nope. I don't know what I just did. Should be this one. There you go. Okay, we're getting there. What's this one? Oh, we should probably get rid of the horn, and she's an earth pony. So we don't need that. Don't need these elements here. Don't need these elements. Ready. Don't need wing. Boop. And then there's another wing I have over here. Okay. So now she's back to normal with that. Okay. Let's see if we don't need this. What's this one then? I don't know. Let's see. Sad this always takes a while. It's probably like it's being used somewhere, I'm not sure. What would it be? It's new one. It's being used somewhere. Not sure. Anyway, I think we're good that we got everything here that we need. So now we can start going. Where did it flash as white for a bit? Alrighty. So, pop. Everything should be good here. Oop. Here's that. We need to do this. Nope, it's this one. So it's body color plus a little bit of white. There we go. Okay, now we got that. That's the semi-fun, boring part of that. Alright. At least I have... If I start from scratch, this is gonna be way more tricky. So, we're here. Alright, what should we work on first? We could do top hair. We need earring, side hair, tail, cutie mark, and all the dress parts. Okay. Guess we can just start with the top hair because that's probably the what you guys are most concerned about, probably. Do I need this? Where does that go? That goes to the ear. That's that cutter. Okay. That's the neck hair. So it'll be these two. Okay. So we'll just start here, then see. There you are. What we need to do. Okay. So I'm gonna just delete. See where it lives. Overlay layer. Alright. And we'll see how this goes. Alright. So how you guys doing? I'm liking the new chat placement. It makes it a little bit easier to don't have to worry every second to think like, am I blocking something with the I should make a new color for her hair instead. Let's see. So it should be this color, these for the hair, and then let's see. Well, actually, I should be using. I'll just use this for now because we usually use just a brush right now just to get it to be locked in, I think, and then I'll use pen to make it final. So, of course, it always takes like twice as long for doing this, but it makes it's easier for me to just do it freehand and then make all the pretty lines afterward. So, not too worried about that. I also have to think about this as a pony life character, which is just as tricky. So, hello, hi cartoons. Thank you for always joining us. So I see 1, 2. Gotta be nice and curvy. 2, 3. Problem is that Pony Life style has a lot of much larger hair. This one's not quite gonna be tricky. Hup, hup, hup. Just trying to feel for it. Feel around. I also just kind of have to make it up on my own style as well, I suppose. Let's take all these and just kind of scoosh them up a little bit. Maybe they're not fully over eye completely, but maybe just a little bit. You know, it's not too much like wrong answers right now. It's more just trying to feel what the feeling is I want. So I can just kind of clean it up so I can kind of more see when I do the final drawing what exactly I want. Okay, so they have, Pony Life style has much more swoops, more like that, or it just kind of gets way too big. Or it kind of goes up and then kind of flattened out up there. That's pretty good. And then maybe too tall, but maybe you can just put a little bit more wide. I think it just needs to be wider in general. Yeah, I'm not worried about how my box was, my chat box was like way over here. They'd be like, whoop, I'm covering over it. I don't have to worry about that. So that's really happy. No. 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 Figure out whereabouts. That's pretty good. It just over-exaggerate from what I see from the picture that I got to make it seem a little larger. That's pretty good. I mean, I'm sure I'll probably keep changing it as I go, but this is the first draft, so again, don't worry about it. All right. Yeah, like this week. A little thinner. And a little bit like that. Alrighty. So I go into this maybe mode and then see what about I want to do. So I want to make it to be the same color as this. Let me take all of this, cut it, put it on the color line layer, and then go to my, don't color it, get to my that brush, go to line, see everything, then I use my pen tool and just kind of go around and get these lines to be, whoop, is that too thick? Maybe. Let's see. Looks to be a little thicker. That'll change how I kind of draw things. I'm gonna see what I want to do. It's probably around 10, I thought. 10 or 8 is probably what. Because I can see about the thickness of this. Let's just see. If I go to the line here, it should say how thick it is. 12. Okay, so I was close. I thought this looks too thin. Alright. It's gonna take this, just lead it. Get my 12 brush. See if I can just save it or overwrite it. Let's see. Pencil to update brush. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. And just kind of go in and have fun with this. Make these nice, fun curves. There's a lot of curves right here, especially nice and interesting for you. Right. Nice, fun curves poking around here. Let's get rid of that. Alright, well, how you guys doing? Just have to get to a point like, yeah, okay, I'm good. I can just do this now. How's been your week? Because mine has been pretty... Yeah, it's been pretty focused on Midnight Mirrors and trying to get the movie going. Pretty much at the same time. But not as really the same time, I guess. Because try to work on one or the other, I suppose. Did work on the movie a little bit today, so that was fun. Played a lot of stuff in Blender. Did some nice playing around with different shaders and adding texture to texture bits, and modeling some stuff in the city. So that's been really fun. I feel like when these are yellow, they say that they're not connected. Boop. So that's been really fun to do. I'm not really a 3D modeler per se, as you can kind of tell. I just make 2D cartoons all day. So when I get a chance to like do something else, if it's like it's really fun. It's like, wow, I could use other weird skills I got, or at least learn different things, you know. So I watched a tutorial on like how to make like Ghibli style like clouds and water in Blender. So that was really eye-opening, and I didn't really know how to do much of those shadings or like adding layers of it's gonna get really complicated. So being able to like stack kind of like how these work, where they're like different boxes that control different things and they're related to each other through hierarchies and wires. You can do that same thing for 3D textures. I know most people think of like immediately think of like how you have like roughness and reflectivity and stuff, but you can layer on different stuff like that where it can be let's see, hang on. Right. We can layer stuff like that, or add like different math nodes, add math to the texture to say like, oh well, you know, add some clamps and Photoshop filters, side of kind of things, where you can add like a noise noise kind of texture onto a already like 2D textured image texture, and then add with multiply and clamps that say like how much you can show of the mixing of different. That's what I'm sort of trying to think of, is that you can mix between the original image, which was a PNG, and a Blender made sort of defaulty kind of thing that you can mess around with to make different effects, and then you can layer it on top. So you can have like a clean, solid color texture, and then put like a wave or a noise cloud kind of looking filter on top, and then mix them together, and then it looks really cool. So I didn't know you can really do that. So that tutorial really helped. Oh boy. For art styles, I lean towards round or angular shapes. I mean, it's all about character design. I mean, like if Powerpuff Girls didn't have that very defined geometric shapes for each character, then obviously it wouldn't look as interesting. Like if because all the Powerpuff Girls, or trying to think of, Powerpuff Girls are all circular and angular, round and cute, chibi shaped. But then like the professor is like angular and boxy, so that makes it makes them feel different, you know. So if I prefer one or the other, I think I would go for more roundy shapes. Guess I just got too focused in how Pony kind of draws things. There aren't too many, like, you know, angulars, angular shapes in Pony, really. There you go. Like, there's not one character that's really like designed and made out of like boxes or triangles. They're all pretty much, all the main characters are pretty much made out of circles. You could argue like Discord is pretty boxy if you could like break him down. You know, you could like say that he always is a circle on top of a whoop, and he's like made out of these shapes. Then you can like make this kind of a shape, and then whatever this is, and then this be Discord. So already you can like already break it down into like pretty much already pretty, I mean, he is pretty circular in his face, but like just having him be pretty, he's pretty round for being relatively, you know, you can put him in a box basically. But that's not what that quite means. But yeah, let's see. Thank you, Deadpool. It's 16. That I never really watched that that camp show, so that's what I'm thinking of. That looks pretty good. That fits her. Fits her head. That's good. Just kind of raise his out a little bit. Like a little bit bigger. There you go. Alrighty. Let's see. That's one part. I said there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, a lot different pieces, but that's one of the more complicated parts, aside from the body. So we're nearly there. Let's see. Oh, South Park. Yeah. Oh, I mean, like South Park ones are still, you know, you have a head, and then sort of you just kind of split them up, and then, you know, whatever. Yeah. Let's see. Then you could just like split his head up and then have him talk. That's quick. Alrighty. Let's get rid of this. Don't need that. Let's go back here. And then I look at my picture and see where am I going. Actually, I should be using another one, and I should be using this color line so I can have it pretty low, so when I draw over it, it'll be fine. Okay. So this will be the back hair. Let's see, back hair kind of as that, but then it kind of use back up into one of, this should be thicker, one of these. Give one of these. There you go. And then probably have the earrings as a separate piece. I'm noticing that it goes in front, so I probably want to layer her neck hair to be. If I just place a boop, there you go. Alrighty. So go to line, show it. Okay. Hope that was indicative of that then, of what I made. Let's see here. It's gonna make this a little bit wider maybe, and then yeah, you're right. Bop bop bwee boop. Alright. One thing that I still kinda get a little restless without Toon Boom kinda makes it so I explained this too earlier, that the then when you just have a straight line, you can't really what am I thinking of? You can't like say, oh, I want to bend it. Like if I want to highlight one button here and then I want to bend it, you can't do anything. You have to go in the middle and bend it one way, and then if you highlight again, then you get these little bobbers. So that's what annoys me a little bit too. I don't know if there's a way to have that just work. So when you have a new line, it'll do that. Oops. Let's see, what do I want? Do I want it to be spiky? It could be spiky. Let's see. But this needs to be, I want to get this angle, but I can't. So that's cool. I had to play with this one and just hope. Please, I want to move this part. I needed to get the right angle. Please, no. Boop. Now can I get it? There you go. Alright. Please, let me see him. Boop. I'm so sweaty. Okay. This is so scary. Alright, cool. Got it. We got it. Line it up a little bit. There you go. Just make it larger. I think that's just like the general aesthetic is probably what I'm going to be going for. Is that big hair. Cause I gotta redesign like Rainbow Dash. Take one break. Ugh. I didn't redesign Rainbow Dash in Pony Life. Is that she has basically her normal hair, but just bigger. So yeah. Let's see. Hi Nor. These connected. There's a lot of bops here. Maybe I needed that bop. It's impossible to see it, so unless I animate it somehow. So oh well. Let's see here. And then I gotta go here. All right. I think that's looking good. All things considered, we got this going, so that's pretty good. All right, so now we gotta get the earring. Let's go to ear, and I think there's only one drawing, so in a sense we could just draw on top of here. Just the earring on top. Hello, Cloud Kitty Cat. Sorry to say. Alrighty. Welcome. Let's see, so this should be fairly simple. I say that and I hope I'm right. Circle. Meow. Circle with that. Put that there. Where do I want it? Maybe like a little smaller. That's maybe a little higher. And then probably around there. That's good. Alrighty. Hello. I need one more circle inside of here. And then I'll just get rid of the outline. But what I will need is two more colors. Slightly different gold. Oh, wrong color. Zoom in a little. Enhance. I need this color and the pink that I had before. Oop. Okay. Now I wanted that one. There, get rid of the outline. And there we go. Okay. In a sense, we could leave the outline. Maybe I could just make it smaller or thinner. Less line weight. So like 8 or something. Sure. There you go. Top half is pretty good. Alrighty. While I'm here, might as well just make the tail. Not to while I'm here, I'm totally not even close to where I want to be. I like this though. Nope, want the tail. Please select me the tail. Still done. Okay, here's the tail. Alrighty, let's go back here. And then, where is it? It's impossible to see on your screen there. Okay. Let's get rid of this, see where it is. Color. Alrighty. Now I'll draw it in here. Okay. Any other questions about what I'm doing or why am I doing certain things? That'd be good to get any of those out for you. It's just fun watching me just keep doing this and not have you guys not really know what I'm doing. Let's see. Can I move the earring up? I suppose. Let's see. Let's go here. Like around, probably around there, right? I mean, that's not really. I mean, horses don't really get pierced ears, really, right? So, I don't know. That's okay there. Thank you. Thank you for the suggestion. Yeah, so it's basically just make the hair that I see, but just kind of make it, I don't know, 10%-ish bigger. I mean, I'm already just doing 10% is pretty large, so yeah, I could just redesign it to be simpler as well. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, make it a big boat. Kind of just goes up. We'd like to maybe move some of these. Are these on different layers? Yes, of course. Why weren't they? Let's put them. Actually, that was good there. Undo. Overlay. Cut to color. Alrighty. Well, you know, play a public kids game. Yeah, I tried doing that Let's Play channel. It was fun. I played it for my mom. I didn't advertise it and then said, why isn't no one watching it? So, I don't know. I definitely don't get into like mainstream stuff really to begin with. So, I never get into bandwagons of stuff of like, oh, well, X is doing it or X is popular. I best do it. So, yeah. I don't know. That's just not me. The Let's Play was actually like a more of a passion project more than anything, so that's why I did it. Where is it? Yeah. 12. Good. It was fun. But yeah, I've explained a couple times that the just the production side of it, that the editing, you know, just doing it over and over. I try to do like upload like more than once a week, which in hindsight was not very good. When starting out, it's like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't try to go for, you know, like a regular Let's Player, like a regular Minecraft Let's Player who's trying to upload like 2 or 3 times a day. It's like, yeah, trying to get on that level immediately was not very good. Especially just doing it on my own and trying to do actually something else, you know, and trying to do the monthly cartoons for the show, for my channel. So I was basically trying to do like 2 channels worth of content at the same time. That broke me eventually. That's just like, yeah, you know, just had to say to mom like, yeah, I don't know, not really having as much fun as I thought I would. Playing video games on YouTube is not, you know, it's a business. It really is. So, yeah. Sorry about that. If you happen to be like the 10 subscribers on that channel, it's effectively dead. Yeah. Oh boy. Maybe it's like many people find them right now. That's what I did. I played mostly Nintendo games just because I have nearly every system for Nintendo. That's just like, yeah, that was just gonna be easy. Whoop whoop. Easy thing for me. Let's see. Let's do Kitty Mark. Kitty Mark's input my first simplified, so it should be fun. Trying to figure out how to draw this simple. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Alrighty. To be frank, there's a diamond dozen Let's Play channel for your animation Let's Play novel. Yep, exactly. You like to play obscure RPG makers games? And then play obscure makers games. Fellow fans will find you and you want to stick around much. I don't know. I was trying to do like with the show was to do some like variety of different Nintendo games. Like would do like a Switch and then do let's play GameCube games, and then play different SNES and NES, some Wii games. So we tried different generations of stuff, but I don't know. It was just hard to know exactly what I wanted to do either. So let's see. Gonna have it be simplified as shapes, so it'll probably just be like this maybe, and then just kind of hope that this sticks somehow. Even that might be too complex, you know. And then you whoop. That's really thick. Alright. Alrighty. Just an example. Okay. If I like to play obscure, just trying to figure out what you meant, Star. Obscure RPG maker games. Yeah, I've never really played any RPG maker games. I don't think ever really. So I'm having trouble understanding that. Why? Let's see. I play obscure games. Exactly. I'm not, you know, my personality is not a let's play exactly, or at least what the typical people would probably expect. So I feel like I was just trying to be, my personality was just trying to be the funny, I suppose, and just have mom be funny as well. So there was a weird dynamic as well with that, just for comedy and entertainment, I suppose, as well. That was just like either she was trying to be funny, or like, yeah, she would actually prepare jokes was the saddest part of all of that. That she would write down and prepare for it and say like, okay, she would like have a list or something, and then like if something like happens to like spark her remembrance of it, of one of the jokes, she'd be like, just kind of like pick up like, well, you know, is this a bop it a bop? And it's like it'd just be like the, you know, one of those, I guess, a mom joke. So it was cute about we did that, but yeah, it was just, I think our dynamic didn't really fit each other, where I was just trying to be the straight man and the funny man at the same time, you know. Let's see. Exactly. Daydreaming RPG maker you like. I think I actually did play Daydreaming Derpy. I think the boss, which obviously don't want to spoil it, but I think one of the boss or one of the enemies was tricky. That I was upset of how much of a difficulty spike it was. That it was just like, oh, this isn't fun. So I don't really like RPGs in that sense, where like obviously it's not their fault of the makers, but it's just like, ah, that wasn't really played tested enough that I could have fun with it. So I'd rather have baby games, you know? That's why I play Nintendo games, you know? I don't want to be challenged, at least to a sense that I feel demoralized for losing. And feel like, well, it's an RPG and I don't really have, you know, with the Derpy one, and I didn't really feel like I had the true sense of like, oh, I can just, you know, grind or get better items or anything. Like, I felt like I was just kind of like stuck, so it's just kind of felt like really sad. It's like, oh, I just spent all this time learning all the fun characters and stuff, and then going, yeah, the combat was not really fun. So let's see, tabletop games. Yeah, I don't really play tabletop games either. I play Splatoon. I don't know. What do you want? And I play Picross. There you go. Let's see. I can add maybe like a highlight by adding a stroke. Just by doing something like whoop whoop, and then whoop whoop, and then filling this in. Haha. Hey, it's shiny now. And I can add one more. Yep. Yep. Oop. There you go. Alright, that looks good. See how I did the clothing last? So, 'cause that's actually the hardest part for me to draw. So, let's see. Whoop, whoopa, whoopa. Alrighty. Let's see. Where goes this thing? Yeah. I feel like, I don't know. I don't want to get into that either. I like playing a game where you just read visual novels. Yeah, visual novels are fun. I like Phoenix Wright. I played a lot of... I think I played practically every Phoenix Wright game. So... I think I'm good on that. Let's see. Yeah, Phoenix Wright is fun. Because it's like... enough of a visual novel and game at the same time, but there are like weird quirks that like make it less fun. So where the there's always parts where like an example of, you know, an obscure, you know, not very representative, but like a not real example would be like Phoenix Wright is like has his own script and logic that and you have like this inventory defense lawyer, and so you have to defend your client with, you know, by the prosecutor is basically the villain. So you have to like use your evidence to say like, no, you're wrong, that that this crime was committed in a different way, or to preserve your clients, your defendants, you know, integrity. I don't know. It could be anything. Where, yeah. So there's always like those examples where it's like, oh well, you know, you gotta show, yeah, Phoenix, right? Why can't you just show like why this could have happened this way? And so you have this box of evidence that you have, and it's like, okay, well, let me use one of them to figure out like, because I'm thinking that it was written, the evidence is like inside of, you know, it's like, oh, we're talking about how something happened, and then I'm not very good at talking and drawing here. I think I'd be good at it by now. Trying to do obscure, trying to teach you things at the same time is hard. But basically it was like, gotta use your evidence, but there's always like maybe something that might be the same kind of evidence. Anyway, I was thinking of an example that if there was a break somehow in like a logic where some person got like a mail came in, and then you could say like, oh well, I know because the mail came in that they're innocent or whatever. Problem is that your inventory box, you know, has a letter and an envelope. And so problem is that when you get so excited that it's like, oh, I know it because it's the letter. And so you think like, oh, well, I'll just submit, I guess, the envelope because it got delivered or something. So you think you have your own like logical reasoning for it. But then it's like, whoops, you present it, and then the judge is like, what is this, Phoenix? That doesn't make any sense. You're a dummy. Haha. Let me lose you a heart, and then, you know, you'll have to do the punishment is that you'll have to do this case again. Haha. When you're supposed to submit the envelope, when I submitted the letter, it goes back and forth. I don't know what I'm saying. That just cases like that where it's like, wait a minute, I thought I had it, but they wanted me to submit something else, and it's like, oh, or like I be 2 steps ahead, or like I thought I was 2 steps ahead, but then it's like, no, well, you thought, you know, was wrong. So there's cases like that where it's like, yeah, that's not fun. Anyway, now she's got sleeves. How we doing? I haven't heard of Katawa Shouju. I'll just write that down so in case I forget to do that later. Nope. Katawa Shouju. Shouju. Ooh, there's a 2. An autocorrect is a 2. Let's see. Aha! That's anime. Alrighty. Thank you. And like the first Google image has it like mixed in like a crossover between Doki Doki Literature Club. So that's fun. Alright. That's promising for me. Let's check this out. And lefty? Huh. Interesting. Right, don't close this. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's see. Am I saying it wrong? Yeah, I'm sure. Hey James. Hello. It's not like Doki Doki? Perfect. Alright. Have I played Doki Doki? No. I definitely watched some people play it, so that's not for me. There's always those people. Let's see. Just to get the gist of it, I guess. I do watch Let's Players and stuff. They're fun. So that's why it's like, you know, wanted to do it myself and just go see if I could do it, and it just didn't work out. So, yeah, let's see. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll look into it to see what it's about. Let me see if I can reset my face, see if that's gonna help. Alrighty. Who likes Hamilton? I like Hamilton. I saved a playlist of Hamilton on my channel, along with the Cats musical. So it was Alexander Hamilton's birthday yesterday, so that was fun. Do you have other drawings here? I have for Christmas, I got a calendar that had like left-handers' birthdays. And what am I thinking? I got a calendar for people who are left-handed to get some cool. Oh, this is hard to do. To get some true facts about left-handers. So yeah, I didn't know that Alexander Hamilton was left-handed, and his birthday was yesterday. So that was fun. Boop 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 boop. Making her shirt. Realizing that preview over there is showing me that I need to move this over a little bit. Probably will need to remove the when I'm rendering I have. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I just put it onto one layer somehow, or just get rid of this. May work, but it's also gonna hide that. So let's just get rid of it. At least for now, not to show it for now. Alrighty. Boop boop boop. Let's just. Ah, okay. next star for that. Alright, okay, it's also free. And digital hand. Okay. Me too. I'm trying to do two things at once, so we'll see. Let's see. Ran best girl? Alrighty. Cool. Okay, what I want to do. I want to draw. Let's see. Let's put this here. This is the hardest part for me. Try to get this perspective and everything. Just trying to draw things is hard. Alright. That go there. 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 Alright. So these should be boop. Left for the same spot. Let's just get rid of that. Get rid of line. Alright. Then I'm gonna move this over. Alright. That's that. Probably wanna just make it like that. Okay, cool. Lose West. Alright. Yes. All women are equal. Let's see. I need to keep working on this. Just read the last thing, so. But it's also most complicated, so we'll see. I need another line from here to here. And it should go right around there. And so this is the shirt collared thing. Let's color it. That is this color. I need one more. Bop, bop. Whoops. Let's make it black. Boop, boop. Woo. Alright. Just gotta concentrate a little bit more, and then I can. If we're still gonna talk, maybe we could do it during Toast time because I need to get this going here. Sorry about that. We'll like to concentrate because this got way complicated. Alrighty. Bop. Please. No. Alright. Bop. Right here. Right here. Right here. There's like a line there, and it's like so many dots here. Why? There's so many dots. Alright. Please. Okay. Alright. I think harsh when is just a pun on its own. As a name or something. I should have a white color. Boop. There you go. Oops. Please color. Okay. I think we're good with that. This looks weird just because there's too many lines overlapping. See if I can move you over. This is where it gets complicated. Okay. And then, whoa, see how that's not working out? It's because it should be this color, but no, it's not. Ah, dear. Why is always at the last part? Alright. Should be good. That doesn't look good at all. I'm trying to clean it up, but it just makes it worse. Hopefully, yeah. Let's just get rid of all this then. If I can put my hand on the right part of the keyboard, that'll also help. Let's just get rid of all this, and then that should work. Okay, okay, okay. Let me get this ball. This one? Or this one? There's two. Why are there two now? There's two of them. Ah, boy. We'll just have it look like this. Alright. And then let's see. So I probably want to figure out what I want to do. So here's a line, here's that. Would like to put, I guess I put it on a different whole part. This is the body. This should be the body. It has been moved, so I'm gonna add a new part. So this week, harsh, Winnie, if I can spell it too. Neck. What did you call it? Neck collar. All right. Well, that got confusing. Okay, so I need to have it be up here. Let's grab all of these, move these over. Here's the body, here's the line art, here's the neck collar, here's a peg, here's boop, and this should go on top. In hierarchy, let's move these boys over here to separate it so I can see clearly. All right, I got that selected. Now I can go to my pen here and just kind of just draw it in, I guess. Alrighty, so this will be here, 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 and then we'll just kind of just quickly see if we can just get this going here, I guess. Boop, 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 boop. Let's just get this. Alright, so I need a new color. Might be the same color as this, actually. Let's just see if we can. Yeah, there we go. This is a little bit lower, actually. This actually goes pretty low down to here. Alrighty, and then there we go. Yeah, alright. And then I'm gonna need one more line of the black variety. There you go. Boop. Almost done. Boop. If I can just get this to be, please. There you go. And maybe one more for good measure. Right there. It can kind of go up and then it can kind of go down. And then we'll call that good. Alright. It's missing a necklace. Should I do that? There's one more thing to do, actually. This is why it's complicated. It's the most complicated part. Here we go. Bop, bop, bop. I need a new circle. Boop, boop, boop. Can't see her. Can't see that because it's too high. It's way down low. There you go. Okay, okay, okay. I got it. This should be it. Okay, and what color is it? It is the gold color. Boop. And then we just touch this, so we just kind of go boop. And we could, I guess, move it up a smidge. Kind of like that. Alrighty. And I'll get rid of all these points as I moved it. And see if I can finagle this just slightly more. There we go. Okay. I'm happy with that. Okay. See if I can select her now. And then just kind of smoosh her back into. Was this? Yeah, that wasn't. There you go. Let's get rid of this. There you go. Okay. Harshwini. I think I got everything. Let's see if she plays. Yeah. Good. Thanks. That needs to go. And obviously the leg parts need to also have the same sleeve thing, but I think that's whatever. That's it's gonna be something else to do. I think the mouth, blinks, work. So I can do the leg part later. That's my own time then. There we go. All right. Boop. Here we go. We did it. Oh. All right. Wait, how is Katawa? It's pronounced as Katawa. Anyway, we got ours winning. I hope this looks good. Alright. And that's gonna be due for today. Let's go to toaster time. Boop, we're at toaster time. Let's see. Kind of angle this slightly. Get this all going here. Here we go. Alright. And how we do? Not too bad. All right. Especially for trying to do this in like 50 minutes. So, all right. Let me catch my breath. I'm slightly off a little bit. Let's see if we can just do this and just kind of get this back here. Boop. There you go. All right. How you guys doing? Let me get some water. All right. Let's see. How you guys doing? All right. Make sure everything's still good. Let's see. There's as it says right if you want to hear it is. That's okay. I'll do it later. Yeah. I just got into Phoenix Wright. Just I don't know. I got into way before. I'm trying to think about what it was. Oh, I think yeah. It was actually I think it was in high school. We were rereading probably thinking the Monkey Trials, the Scopes trial, and I was like, oh, I think even before that, I was thinking of this Phoenix Wright game, and then I was like, we had GameFly or something, so we could like rent games, but of course it was really slow, to get it and send it off. It was like 2000s Netflix, where you send in your DVD, and then send it back. So, yeah, so I rented Phoenix Wright 1 on the DS. I think that was probably the trilogy, or was it? No, I don't think it was. Why am I thinking it was Phoenix Wright 1 on one DS card? Wow. That's really weird. Because remember, yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah, I'm just thinking about that, yeah. Huh. Because I remember finishing Phoenix Wright, which is just a matter of picking the right things, I guess. It is not really a test of super like action-packed skill. If you got a walkthrough, you can do it pretty fast. The investigations are they get each game gets more larger in scope, so it's just like when I got to like the Apollo Justice, I think I was just like I got tired and just like resorted to like eventually just doing a walkthrough just to say like, oh, that's where I'm supposed to go and do the thing. Okay, cool. But then, yeah, so I sent in my Phoenix Wright 1 in back to GameFly. Then for some reason, Phoenix Wright 2 wasn't available. Phoenix Wright 3 was. And I was like, well, I'm sure there's possibly no way that if I just get 3 that, you know, there's something I'll miss. So I played through 3 and that was really good. I mean, that ended the book in the trilogy, and then it's like, well, I guess I should go back to 2, and it's like, oh look, this character that, and 3 they were like, look, she's back, and it's like, what? So that's bad on my end, I guess. That I didn't do that. But after that, I tried to do it in order. I didn't play Apollo Justice, and then the 3DS one, Dual Destinies. And then I got pretty far into the next one, Spirits of something, Spirit of Justice. I don't know. After playing Dual Destinies, it's like, yeah, this is less of a leap of technology and interestingness. I got kind of bored. It became my airplane game that during airplane trips for like travel, like while on the airplane I would play Phoenix Wright, because it was like a visual novel, so it's like you can it was perfect for playing, just like reading a book and play a video game at the same time. So that was really fun. Of course, last year we weren't able to really do any of that, so I haven't really picked it up in over a year. A little bit more than that. I think the last time was BurningCon 2019 is when I traveled. So I don't know what's going on in the Spirit of Justice anymore. I probably got like maybe like halfway through, but yeah, I don't know where exactly I am in that. But I guess yeah, I played the original 3, Apollo, and then the 2DS ones, but I guess 1.5 of the DS ones. There was also a Professor Layton crossover one, and that one was I was into Professor Layton as well, so that was amazing. I think that's my favorite one of the Phoenix Wright games, even though it's half Phoenix Wright, because that's perfect. It's like you don't need full Phoenix Wright. It's good enough to have a balance between in the other one. Yeah, so I recommend it. I don't know. It's definitely on a lot of phone play stuff, Play Store stuff. So it's easily accessible now. Let's see. I got a little behind on Hue. Never touched Phoenix Wright's Turnabout Storm, which is gonna make it Redux. Interesting. Turnabout Storm. I like it, stars. Good to see you. Let's see. Turnabout Storm. I think. Trying to think of the timeline. I probably watched Turnabout Storm after I played Phoenix Wright 1 and 3 and then 2. I'm not sure, but it's probably like pretty close to each other. Probably within like a year or something. Not too sure about that. But yeah, they're really fun games. And I like Danganronpa, which I just got introduced into too. That's like, yeah, they're basically the same game. Let's see. So I'm not sure if you're a Kutowa Shoujo would be similar enough. If it is just strictly like a visual novel, but it's also not Doki Doki, so I'm not really sure now what it is. We know what it's not, so I'm not sure. Let's see. How you guys doing? Let's see. Yeah, I'm doing good. Ka? Not ku. Well, why is it not phonetic? What? That's what's getting me. I always thought we kind of got over phonetic. Where's the Uwan in KA? Come on, man. Let's see. The way that you're spelling it is Katawa. So I'm not sure where the U would be. Am I just saying Katawa? Has my tongue just been saying it wrong the whole time? I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. I got just two ku in my mind anyway. I am like trying to do Duolingo every day. So that guess would be easier if I actually saw it as hiragana. Definitely wouldn't make that. It's harder to read Japanese word as romanji. It's weird. Once I see it as like hiragana, katakana, and it's like, oh, that's easier to read somehow. Because they're actually more distinct in a sense. There are ones that kind of look or overlap in a sense, but they're easier. It is in Japanese. That might explain it then. Seems to look like it. I don't know. Alrighty. Is there like a... Let's go to Wikipedia, maybe. DSP. Katawa shoujo. You should be visual novel flushes. Fairness abilities. Interesting. So is it just like a... You said it was a game maker? It's made by a team on 4chan. What? 2012? Yeah, that'll do it. What? I don't know. Really studies is frustrating. The first like Google like question is like, is it safe? Yeah, this is from an official site and has official torrent and safe to use. The only thing you need to be careful is if you're downloading from a random site, like you have to be careful with downloading. Yeah, alright. Is it scary? Is it horror? Okay, good. So it's dating sim? Okay. I mean, that's less than, you know, what I'm going for like with Phoenix Wright, where I can just figure out and like defend my defendant, I suppose, and trying to get with them, I suppose. Have any kind of relationship with them. That's a little different. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. I don't know. If I have time. If I remember it too. I mean, do you want me to finish my stuff or try to figure out how to do this as well? That's another thing. Let's see. Oh boy. Romantic trauma dating? What is this? Yeah. I think I'm good. I'll just stick to the ponies. Let's see. 10 hours per route. Yeah, that's gonna... Yeah, it'll probably take me like over a week. Probably like several, like, you know, weeks of lunch breaks, I guess. Yeah. Let's see. I think I'm good. Good on that topic. It's the best. Oops. Someone went outside. I get a notification. Alright. Let's see. Just gotta recover. Okay, let's see. So I'm doing good. I feel good. Hope you guys are doing good too. Kind of said at the start that, it's a little weird, a little shaken a little bit. Not really, just, I don't know, knew this was gonna happen. I knew that the January 12th was the end of life day for Flash Player for conventional browsers and conventional websites. So I was definitely not like, whoa, that's happening. We had like over a year to prepare for it, especially Newgrounds, who said outside a year. And I checked it and it works. So that's really fun. The other sites like DeviantArt are not as lucky. Well, I mean, we're already here. Let's see if I can get to DeviantArt real quick. It started to like bug out on my internet. Let's see if it works now. If I can get to it. If I can get to my website. Not that button. Let's see if I go to my gallery on my DeviantArt. Links in the description if you want to see that. If I go to an older one. I mean, it already goes to crash, so that doesn't work. Can't get to it. But yeah, I tried it earlier this morning on DeviantArt, and it had the scary shape thing. Let's see if I can get to it. Did I delete it? I might have deleted it. Whoopsie. Okay. Where it had the, I saw at the beginning of the stream, where it had the flash, and it's like a little exclamation mark saying it. Like, why is this working? Doesn't work because the Flash player doesn't work anymore. Do I get it? Do I get it? Hey, I got it. Okay, cool. Okay, now don't die now. Okay. Oh, this is important to see too. At the top here, is that this is DeviantArt, and it says what is it? Adobe Flash Player was blocked because it's out of date. I guess I just didn't update it. I'm scared to update it now. Well, if I say run this time, it gives me this error. And yeah, it doesn't work. So this is still a Flash box, but this is the Flash box itself, and it gives me this scary message, and if you click it, it goes to the Adobe site. So yeah. Let's see if I can format this little, whoop. Uh-oh. Here you are. Alright, Brony Pony. Let's see. Yep. I guess it's a little bit easier. If you guys want to read this. Since Adobe will no longer be supporting Flash Player after New Year's, Adobe will block Flash content from running in Flash Player beginning today. Adobe strongly recommends all users immediately uninstall Flash Player to help protect your systems. Yeah. So, some users may continue to see reminders from Adobe to uninstall Flash Player from their systems. See below for more details on how to uninstall it. Yeah. And then they say like, hey, you want these other ones? Oh boy. So, yeah. Yeah, well, here we are. We live in a past Flash Player timeline. It's weird. It's scary. I don't know what this thing is. Whoops. Yeah. I didn't know it would do this. I thought it would just like somehow have like the sad box robot face guy or something, or just be like, oh, it crashed. This is the Derpy delivery service animation. So, yeah. You would probably not feel it as impactful if you're used to mobile stuff. If you're used to browsing and looking stuff on your phones, then you wouldn't be seeing Flash stuff to begin with, since Steve Jobs noticed that, hey, wait, Adobe Flash on browsers has a security flaw, but let's keep it around for another 10 years or so, and then I'll get rid of it. And then Adobe's like, hey, yeah, I guess we'll get around to it eventually, and let's get rid of it now, I guess. Now is the perfect time, you know? It's weird. Oh boy. So, unless there's that, the people who are making sure that some, a catalog of Flash stuff is still available. So, there'll still be catalogs somewhere that probably would be able to view it, but unless you got the proper equipment to really do it, I don't see how how it's gonna work. That's what that Nick Robinson, or whatever his name is with the preservation of that snowman game from the 2000s Nintendo Advent Calendar game. You notice that the website I was preserving in swaths were pretty much like emulating it, like it was still doing a live version of it, of the game. So there's probably other games like that where just preserving it was just literally just emulating a live version of it, and now that it's being blocked and everything, I'm scared that that's also going to happen here, as the same thing here is happening, is that it'll probably be just as dead or pretty much gone, because the files are so old right now. The Golden Age ones are so old that it's pretty much putting like a Windows 95 equivalent CD into your computer now and expecting it to just work, you know. You had to do a lot of hoops to be able to get way older files working. So, people who still own and still work in like way older versions of Flash, like when there were CS3, probably older, Future Splash, and other stuff like that, other softwares. So, I think even like Pony G4 was, and Link probably to like the end of it was probably all animated in CS3. Not sure if they updated that at all, but at least at one point it was animated in, at the time, you know, it's still very old software. So, so it's fun to read like read all the articles of like, how did you even how did you get all these like 20 characters in one scene in like season 8? And the animator's like, yeah, we don't know how either. It's just like struggle people to do that, just like how they had. It's like, yeah, it would be older versions of Flash would be using like Windows 32, you know, when you download softwares now, it's like, oh, are you using a 32-bit computer or 64? Modern ones are more, hopefully, are 64-bit. So, I believe, even back to like probably like CS6. CS6 was the first one that I used, way back in 2013. So that was probably like a 32-bit software. So, yeah. So, I don't know how Pony animated and such. Because you really get... The sad part is that you actually aren't missing too many tools. It's actually the weird thing. The amount of like animation tools and bugs, fixes, quotes that they fixed over the last 10-15 years that I've been working in Flash has been so minute that I like a couple years ago started to like trying like download older versions just to see what it was like. So I got like an old version of like CS3 just because that's the one that Planet was using and everything. And I was like, nothing's changed. It's really weird. Um, of just like how the brushes and how the timelines and like the properties. Properties is probably the most, arguably the biggest thing is that the properties panel is slightly different. Um, there's very little ease of life for those kind of stuff where they make things easier to do. It's yeah, it's really sad when you think about it. It's like yeah, Adobe had this beautiful product that millions of people use, and they eventually just kind of gave up after it. Gave up on it. There you go. They gave up on it once they realized that yeah, um, you know, if you know the logic of like if people are worried that Flash Player is unsecure and all those other stuff, you know, you can still kind of pin on it, then that means software that makes that stuff is bad, which means updating it is maybe not a good idea. So there's stuff like that where that logic is, yeah, it's unfortunate. So, and I think I also said in another stream that Flash never really was an animation software to begin with. I think I read somewhere it started out as like Smart Sketch or something, and it was a vector program. And a vector is like, well, I guess it's kind of like the here, where if this was bitmap, this is bitmap mode. If I zoom into a line, it has a definitive amount of pixels. So if you go a little bit too far, whoop, there you go. You can now start to see, whoa, what are these made out of boxes now? This line is made out of a whole bunch of boxes. That's pretty whack. So this is bitmap. The thing that Smart Sketch and Flash eventually became known for is that it was vector, which means that whoop, that's in this mode where if you zoom in, what? It's not made out of boxes. That's weird. It's like it's made out of polygons or something. So it's made out of math. It's all these lines are made out of like math to like figure out like the curves and positions and stuff. So it's infinitely scalable. You can have a you know, you can animate something at like, you know, 64 by 64, you know, quote pixels, and then you can draw it, and then in Flash you can scale it up to be 1,000 times bigger, and it would look the same. You wouldn't lose any quality, and you wouldn't really, I guess, gain any quality either. But that was the magic of it, is that you can, they were just really good at making a really versatile and good vector program. And then Adobe said, hey, I think actually Macromedia probably, there's a whole history. You can probably look at it better before I get too off on it. That there was Macromedia that probably bought that, and then Adobe said, hey, that's pretty cool. And then so that became Adobe Flash. And then a couple years ago, that became Adobe Animate to differentiate itself with the name that it's not Flash anymore, which Flash already got that stigma of like, ugh, I don't want my Flash player on your website. Oh no. And so they've rebranded it as Animate to hopefully make it closer to say like, yeah, animation people, come back, please. We fixed something, but then that new feature also has its own bugs, so you might want to not use it anyway. It's not really worth it. Yeah. So, yeah. It's, yeah. It's such a weird history of going back to it. It's like, yeah, I tried making stuff with it. It's like weird. I was like, and I still can. And there's really not much, you know, was really stopping me in a sense, aside from not able to, you know, put it online in this exact format that makes it so it does this. So if I render my Flash stuff as a video, as a usually a H.264 something, one of those as a MOV or MP4, and it works just fine because then I can put it on YouTube and then as video and embed it, and then it works. So Adobe Animate, Flash, whatever you want to call it. That side of the program works. I tested it today. I made my thumbnail in Flash. So that all works. I also tested swaps, .swf files to convert from Flash to swaps, which is exactly what swaps run inside of the Flash player. So you can imagine exporting your Flash animation into a format as a shockwave file, and then this is a boundary box that holds the swap file, and then the container is in Flash player. So what broke is Flash player. So everything else besides it, exporting into SWF in Flash and Animate, still work. So hope that clears that up a little bit. I spat on my mic and I can see the spit. Alrighty. So I hope that clears it up, that Flash and animation, animation side, I can still do. So I just happen to kind of like Toon Boom a little bit better. So that's the only really reason, is that the Midnight Mares project, the original animator for that duo cartoonist of YouTube fame, made and designed and animated all the characters in Toon Boom, and so I wanted to work on that project. So last year, pretty much almost a year ago, I went ahead and learned some Toon Boom and bought it, and then here we are today. So and I like Toon Boom a little bit too much now that going back to Flash and Animate feels like it really does show Flash's age. But I think it was a necessary step for me to learn Flash on my animation journey, that if I jumped into Toon Boom, I feel like I would be either too privileged or something, or feel very overwhelmed and not understanding the principles of how a lot of this animation stuff works. Like how even does a timeline work? You know, if I go down here to like a timeline, like not knowing anything about animation, like if I, blank my mind, Men in Black style, of like how does this, what is this at the bottom? It would take a bit to understand it, Then if I did Flash, which exactly looks like this, of how you have your object, and then over time the frames, and then they change over time. So that's animation. So, and of course you get a billion different buttons and all these different stuff. So if you're just getting into it, then it seems like that's a lot of scary hurdles to like learn it. So that's what a lot of people say, is that Toon Boom is the advanced version of, like, if you're serious about animation, that it gives you the professional tools to be able to do things. And then they say like Flash is a good beginner program, because it does teach you pretty much the good ropes of animation, and you can knock something out in like a day, and even like I made some animations in like an afternoon. So it definitely doesn't hinder you so much that you feel like you'll be missing stuff, unless you want to get super like Kloss level of details and stuff. Then you definitely need other softwares to do extreme stuff like that. But just to be able to make like a Newground style short funny animation, then Flash definitely just works. So there's definitely nothing wrong with Flash, to the sense of how the operating software itself works, that you can do things in Flash that works just fine, and it just works. But Toon Boom really works, if that makes sense. That Toon Boom is just like the 20% better of everything. Like every tool feels better, and everything's kind of easier to use. And it was actually, Toon Boom was actually designed from the ground up, I don't know, to be animation. Let's think about that. Yeah. Is that a Future Splash and Smart Sketch and Macromedia over those years is like, yeah, they were all just kind of building off the foundation of it being a vector program. that also has a timeline. If you think about it like that, then it's like, yeah, that makes sense of why the animation, you know, isn't as thorough and feature heavy as something like Toon has. So there's you know, there's stuff to talk about with that. Let's see here. How you guys doing? Yeah. G4 push flashers on subject items that made anyway. Exactly. And as I said like before, like yeah, if you watch my older streams or like how I animated in Flash with all those old streams, which is only like a year ago. You can just see like how long and tedious it took to animate some stuff. So I explained like how everything was inside of symbols. So I would say like, okay, I want horse, so I have to select it, double click, and then if I want the head, or if I want certain body parts, they would be in separate symbols. And so if I want just like the head, I can like put this inside of a box and then move that around. Or if I double click inside that, I could then get into smaller stuff like the eyes and stuff, and then be able to move them. Without double clicking, I wouldn't be able to access or like animate them at all. And the way that Flash worked is that every part, every symbol that should make a symbol would be its own timeline. So that got good and bad. Is that I said an example, if you wanted each eye to be a different symbol, that's not the good way to go, but that's how Double Rain Boom did it. I don't know if they did it that way, but it seemed to be the public access ones. They might have just done that as a joke, but man, that was really just dumb. Because the way the Flash work is that this whole eye would be one symbol, and then you would have to double click inside to be able to access its parts, and then the symbol can have multiple parts as well. So you can imagine it being like its own stage or animation, scene or something. Is that you can have like each of these symbols be inside of another symbol. So that's where it got complicated too. Is that you can have symbol inception. Is that you can have like, oh, I want this eye highlight to be its own symbol, and then the people and everything to also be symbols, and then you can also say like, oh, I want all of these to be one symbol as well. So then you can like put all these inside. So you can have like 3 symbols inside each other, and then animate that over, and then you can have like put that inside of another symbol, and then move that around. But each of those would also be inside of its own timeline as well. So if you wanted something to move or animate at a certain time, you would have to like kind of like do a weird coordination thing to be able to do that. So if you wanted like if you wanted one eyeball to blink and then the other eyeball to blink at the same time, you would have to select the pony, select the head, select the eyeball, and then say, oh, I want to blink, animate that, go outside, go to the other eyeball, and then say like, where in the timeline did I do that? And then animate that, and then go back out, and then make sure that they both worked, and then you would continue on. So it's extremely tedious to be able to animate that way. So that's why I'm like on the fence of whether or not just like as a beginner tool, I would say like, yeah, it is good, but you might start learning more obtuse, ways about doing things that if you don't like it, then, you might be putting weird pressures on yourself that you might not even realize. Because I've watched, other people do their like reactions and like videos of like, hey guys, I got animate today and I got a pony. Let me see how to animate. I've never done animation before. Let me just dive into this and see how to do it. And then you see like these very like, different interpretations of how people do things. So there's not really no one way to do it, but there's like a fairly optimal way to do things as well. There's ways to do it less optimally, or less effectively. So that's what I'm saying, of like putting things inside of symbols that need to be tangentially coordinated shouldn't be separated by symbols. So this eye shouldn't be separate from this eye if you need them to blink, you know, at the same time. So thankfully Toon Boom doesn't have that symbol problem, that literally I can click on literally any part of this and be able to animate them at the same time. So as well as you can still have the parenting stuff, which is incredible. That I'm pressing B to go up on the child parent hierarchy, and I can get up to a hierarchy that holds more parts, I suppose. So then I can do stuff like this. If I click it again, then it might be another part and another part, so then I can move everything. So visualization of that is these pegs. Is that, well, I guess on the top would be everything. That'll be the master peg, and then for the head, that'll be this one, and then this one controls. I don't think you can actually see it. Sorry. And then this one controls everything else that goes down, so they can control the eyeballs, which would be this one, and then everything below it, I suppose, like the mouth. It's its own symbol, but it's also having a transformation parent of this one. So then it can go down and then move the mouth on its own separate position. So that's how Toon Boom is magic. Unfortunately, Animate, in a fairly recent update, like a couple years ago, said like, hey, why don't we do that too, where we can try and do a parent system, and to an extent, you know, on paper and in practice, it's sort of worked. Is that it can do the same thing, where it can say like, oh, I want this part to be a child of the whole head, and then you can do stuff like that. Problem is that you couldn't really have something really be a parent and a parent, or the parent could be a child of something else. Let's say that. So that meant that to be able to move the head, I needed in Flash to be able to move the head as one piece. Because there wasn't a symbol, I didn't want to put the head inside of a symbol. I wanted to access every part of it like this. To be able to touch like the leg and a nose at the same level, I would needed to not have the head be a symbol, but to do that meant in Flash I would need something else to be a parent. So I added like this green circle, which I think you probably saw like in a couple older streams, where I had this green circle that then was the master peg essentially, and then that was the parent to the head child, when then the head child was actually a parent for everything else inside the head. So long thing to say that the Flash version was not very good. It was also like really weirdly rigged all inside of the timeline, so it would have like this spaghetti noodle of like the so it'd have like a layer, and then you would say like, oh well, I need this layer to be a child or a parent of the other one. So they had like in Flash these little spaghetti lines that would connect between the parts. But you can imagine that if you need this one to be the parent and this one to be the child, and then if you need more children, then the parent would have like all these different like lines that would just go all over, and then these might be parents of something else, and then it just got like this insane like amount of lines that just kept going out of it, and it's just like, I don't understand. That's like this vertical version of how the Toon Boom nodes work, you know. It's like, this makes no sense, but I made it to be how it is, so it's like you can organize it to a sense that you can put these in, you know, places that can make sense, that these are all floating pieces, you know, that they're not tied down and, you know, locked down to, you know, these positions for like all of them, so you can't move them, to the sense that if I like, oh, I want this parent layer to be down here, because the camera actually will look down the barrel of how these layers work and how they go down. So if you want something to be, moved around, it would actually move the hierarchy and layering of how things will get displayed as well. So you're not really able to do that either. So Flash and Animate has been trying to catch up, but if each, one step forward, they get one step back. Is that every update still has bugs, and Adobe will probably never fix them because that's the public release version, and they thought of everything. That if there was a bug in certain feature, especially a new feature, they probably won't go back in and fix it. It's weird that they're not gonna care in a sense that that's how it's gotta go. So there was, like, in a Flash version of how all that parenting stuff, there was weird glitches and display stuff that broke pretty bad that dissuaded me from using it anymore. Sometimes I would put the layering system that I showed you and then put that inside of a symbol, and then sometimes more often than not, if I try to, on the symbol part, so you can have like a character, a horse, and then I can put this inside of a symbol, and then from the symbol I wanted to tween over to, here. By doing this tween, something broke with whatever's programming happened because I had all the weird parenting system stuff, that if I go inside, it would start to like, I would start to like have it open, and then I would start to like click it and then move it, and just by moving it, the entire screen would start shaking around and being very, very erratic and just breaking my screen of just like how moving fast it was. That's just like wah, really, really fast. So I was able to replicate this glitch every time. So it dissuaded me from like using it, because it's like, wait a minute, if I'm using a system and if I want to do something inside of it now, because I moved it over on the symbol part, it just broke. Or at least if I want to like if I want to just move this box over here a little bit, like start animating it, it just like freaked out. So that doesn't exactly happen with Toon Boom. So there are stuff of Toon Boom that still are, I'm still either getting used to, or there actually are somewhat glitches that, yeah, they're not fun either. There was a weird thing this week where, I guess last week actually, that doesn't matter. Recently, I tried doing an animation for Midnight Mirrors, and I had like these deformers. Oh yeah, I should do that too. Thanks for reminding me. I was playing with deformers, and which are these I'm going to show you. New wrench, 2 properties, curve, boop, boop. It's these things where I could have these curve deformers that then, once I rig this up, put them however I want them, and then go to animate, and now I can move and translate it like a weird, you won't be moving it that much, but probably just like that much. So there's stuff like that where the problem was when I was animating it, there's these little levers, and like you can't really see there. There's this little lever here I can like move around to curve it. You can see how I can curve it around to like a thing here. Problem was with the Midnight Bear project, it bugged out that when I started to click on the handle, it would like shoot over to here, but it wouldn't change the artwork too much. But the point of the handle would be a completely different place from where I clicked it, and it'd be like, okay, let me just kind of move it back and like recenter it to be where I wanted it, and trying to animate it was horrible because it just got so moved around that it just wasn't able to be usable, that was not fun. Let's see. Let's see if I can add more. Or how does that work? Oh, it just has to there. I want to have these as being separate. So how do I do that? I would like to have a new curve. There's a button here that shows it. I want a new one. Anyway, yeah. Let's just get these all to have some kind of block here. So I tried doing it in a new file and just had a new puppet that had the same, like I didn't like re-rig it or anything, but then it worked. Like it worked as expected. So I'm not sure what exactly I did in that file that made it break. So I'm not sure how to really classify it or anything. But that's the only thing that's like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. So how are you guys doing? No, I got off on that. How you guys doing before I wrap up? If there's anything from you guys. There we go. So now I'll be able to animate it. These little parts here. There we go. Alrighty. I think we're good then. I'll do a final call for you guys. Is there anything from you guys? Otherwise I think we'll be good. I know that this took forever. But that's what I'm passionate about, and there's so many things that, yeah, it's just weird. There's always like these really small nuances as like, if this is like your profession, it's like, yeah, if this is the thing I'm using this software, you know, all day, then it's like I notice these weird trivial things that's like, what that confused me. So yeah, when something goes wrong, it's like, yeah, I'll notice it. Oh boy. So if you had no idea what I was talking about, I understand, and I hope that I made some semblance of sense in any of that. Small brain saying is software is sometimes good. Don't matter really which one you use. It is how you use it. Flash is good. It can animate. Toon Boom is good. It can animate. But does it matter which one's better? Not really. It depends on exactly what you're doing with it. Really. If you just really just get to go in and just doing frame by frame drawing and stuff. I mean, both softwares are able to do it. Other softwares are able to do it. Flipnote is able to do it, you know? So don't feel like pressured as like, oh, because I feel, you know, high on my mountain. It's like, I have a Toon Boom, and I feel like I have the premium one. I'm sure like people who are good at Paint Studio, what is it, Clip, what is it, Paint Studio? But there's like other ones that like just sound as premium that they would defend themselves of like how good that software is. Yeah. Yeah, that's just something like, yeah, if you want it to be, you know, a certain level of, you know, detail and have a certain level of tools and stuff, then yeah, having a better program or more sophisticated program, in a sense, objectively will be better. But of course, if you're not able to really put in the time or really learn it, able to get the most advantage out of it, then you can be drawing on a rock and it'll be the same outcome, you know, really. That if you don't really spend the time to like learn drawing or animation, then trying to use an animation program, it might not be for you. Just draw on a rock and then send a picture and then be like, yeah, that looks good. But if you really want to get into it, then yeah. I mean, my you know, journey was to do Flash, and then just only really recently, after like 6 years of animating Flash, that's like, yeah, I got this gig and wanna get the right program for it. You know, get the right tool for the job. That's what's important. I think that's That'd be a good full circle with that. All right. You can't sleep then? Let's see. I'll help you then. I'm gonna go have dinner. I'm a little bit slightly late for that. Sorry this was more longer than you probably expected it to be. It's got a lot to say and I got reminiscences. This was like a weird special in a sense that I wanted to talk about Flash. So, because when's next time I'm gonna do that, you know? Just wanted to get that all out there. That the Flash player on browsers specifically is fairly dead. So there'll be workarounds, there'll be ways to emulate it, but yeah, that was the whole reason, because I knew this was happening, that I made that video for why I made that. What? I made the video of the DeviantArt swaps with the music for the reason that you won't be able to really watch them easily on DeviantArt anymore. So the yeah, because I got a comment saying like, but if, you know, what was it? Yeah, they were just saying like, well, it's going away, so you know it'll be fine. There's other ways to, yeah. There's like a third, like an underground way to watch them. So, what's the point of this video, basically? If there's different ways to, you know, get around the Flash player not being available, is like, well, why don't you just, you know, find a third-party program like the Newgrounds, whatever magic they're using? Why don't you just do that? And it's like, well, one, I doubt DeviantArt's gonna update too quickly. Two, I wanted to make a video so I can show off my older stuff as a fun trip down memory lane of my Flash stuff, to update it and to add music. That was really fun, as well as normies and people who just kind of casually browse things. I doubt that if they're on desktop that they'll also realize that, hey, look, I got this, you know, the scary message of the Flash thing. They'll go, oh yeah, I should, you know, figure out what to do with this. Yeah, let me go get to that website and have, you know, maybe a good or a bad, you know, download thing to get this exe scary thing that's probably just as scary in security as the original Flash player in a sense, you know, and then I'll be able to watch this video. You know, that's where my line logic is. It's like, well, people actually, you know, want to get that extra step, which knowing people online, people don't want to do work. People don't want to do extra work just to be able to watch something. They want to just consume it. They don't want to go, oh yeah, I see this thing. Oh yeah, let me click on it, read all of this and go, oh yeah, I should uninstall it. But then how do I get the stuff and the FAQ? Let me read all this and like, yeah, I should get that weird thing that I don't even know what it's called. And then I get it. So yeah, so that was the whole point of getting the video, was to get those ones that I wasn't able to, because on my gallery I wasn't able to, I was able to get most of them, you know, as GIFs. So this is now an image that you can, yeah, you can now watch it. So this is the same thing. I just had to convert it. I went back to my original Flash file, did some magic color stuff, and then put it as a GIF. So now you're able to watch it, and you don't have to get this scary other thing that I don't even know what it is, but maybe it's okay, but I doubt anyone's gonna really get it anytime soon, you know. So yeah. So now you're able to watch it, and it took like a whole month to upload all these, and I updated some of the visuals for some of them, just really small, like, oh, this one frame doesn't really work, and then cleaned it up a little bit for some of them. Woohoo. So anyway, just want to get that out there. That's just like, yeah, for that one comment, it's just like, yeah, that makes sense, but you know, you might understand it, but I doubt that. Yeah, unless it becomes somehow, you know, more known that that's an option. Because the way that Flash has definitely put their stance on it seems to be like, yeah, uninstall it now. You please don't use it anymore. If you have a website, it'll have this. Just uninstall Flash. Just please don't. That's what they want. That's what Adobe wants, is for you to uninstall Flash Player. So, with that in mind, I was like, yeah, it'd be double good to try and re-upload my stuff. So, there you go. Alrighty. Yeah, we're at the 2-hour mark. I hope that was fun. Thank you guys for sticking around if you're still here. Definitely thank you. Thank you, mods. Okay, yeah, I gotta finish. Okay. There's more stuff I could say, like what am I doing, but I guess I could do that for Thursday. Thank you guys. Okay. I'll wrap it up right about now. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Hope this was fun. And we got a horse. We got a nice horse. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good rest of your 46 hours, and then I'll be back on Thursday. So thank you. Because I talk about what I'm gonna be doing, what I have been doing this week, I'll go on for too long. So I'll say that for next time. Thank you so much. I guess for next, for next stream, just real quick, we'll work on Duster, the tentative name for the train cleaner for the animation. So look forward to that. We'll see how we're gonna do. That might take a bit, because we'll have to concept art, and maybe I don't know how far we'll get into that. Anyway, thank you. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Click the button. Okay. Bye bye.